Support WrestleTalk!
Hello, I'm Adam from WrestleTalk, back again to summarise the 10 biggest news stories of the week. It sure was a week where stuff happened, so let's look at the stuff. And by stuff, I mean the stuff that happened in the week. Don't know what more you want from an introduction. It's all pretty self-explanatory, this. And remember to give us a subscribe and enable notifications to be always on for daily wrestling news, or check in with WrestleTalk.com for up-to-the-minute breaking stories. What did you think is the biggest story of the week? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll reply to the 10 with the most thumbs up. Number 1, Chris Jericho punched a fan. AEW Road Rager happened on Wednesday. It was the promotion's first touring show since the pandemic began, but they didn't just welcome fans into a new venue, they welcomed them into the ring, and then welcomed them into Chris Jericho's fist. Chris Jericho ended up punching a fan who got on stage for his segment with MJF. The fan was then carried out by security. PW Insiders confirmed this was not a work. Side advice to fans in attendance at wrestling shows: don't be a dick or you'll get got. Number 2, Vince McMahon loves Doudrop. While Vince McMahon apparently wasn't too keen on the Doudrop and Eva Marie angle at first, PW Insider writes he now loves the end goal of the storyline because of Doudrop's performance and is now very high on her character. This will come as some relief to fans who initially took the gimmick as an exercise in humiliation. And obviously, we all hope for the best for Piper Niven, because Piper Niven is great. Number 3, the Dark Order kicked off being the Elite. The Young Bucks, the bastards, have kicked off the Dark Order off being the Elite for being too popular because they're bastards. The Young Bucks are also wearing Daisy Dukes these days. Is there no depravity to which they will not stoop? Evil Uno has since tweeted, help Dark Order find a new YouTube home so that we can have 10 guests on Quizzlemania. Who says we can't? We are officially adopting the Dark Order. Verbal contract effective immediately. Number 4, Terry Funk health update. It's come out that wrestling legend Terry Funk is currently in an assisted living home and is dealing with dementia. Following an outpouring of well wishes, Tommy Dreamer tweeted, everyone needs to relax. I just got off phone with Terry Funk. He is not in bad health. He loves everyone talking about him. Direct quote from Funker, I'm currently sitting in an assisted living place with my thumb up my ass, whistling Dixie, but I don't remember the words. Hashtag forever, hashtag ECW. Terry Funk there, further cementing why he's one of the best characters in the history of the business. And at WrestleTalk, we wish him nothing but happiness, fortune, and goodwill. Number 5, Great American Knox. Tuesday saw NXT's Great American Bash TV special, which saw Cameron Grimes become LA Knight's butler, Adam Cole beat Kyle O'Reilly, and a shock women's tag title change with Io Shirai and Zoe Stark beating the Ways Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Candice had been distracted by the return of former best friend and disrespectful spaghetti dinner guest, Tegan Knox, who had been out since tearing her ACL last September. In true WWE fashion, though, she also reportedly had a tryout match for the main roster the day before, meaning she could be called up immediately, although hopefully they'll at least wrap up her program with LeRae first. No promises though. Number 6, WWE ratings in crisis. WWE's ratings decline isn't getting any better as SmackDown drew its lowest viewership of the year and the show's third lowest since moving to Fox in October 2019. Not to be outdone as the A show, Monday Night Raw then drew its lowest rating ever at just 1.47 million. Repeat, this is the show's lowest rating in its 28-year history, and I don't think they can mass release their way out of this one. Stephanie McMahon has reportedly met with the TV network for them to pitch ideas. Perhaps in a sign USA and Fox are unhappy with WWE's performance. Number 7, SummerSlam plans in trouble. Both Brock Lesnar and John Cena's WWE returns are speculated to be in doubt for SummerSlam season. Andrew Zarian says the plans for Lesnar to come back and do live shows haven't worked out because of creative. Presumably they wouldn't let him show up in camo and hunt undercarders for sport. And MovieBot 3000 John Cena was widely expected to headline the pay-per-view against Roman Reigns, but Variety is reporting he's set to star in Argyle, a new spy film franchise, which will begin shooting in Europe in August, which would put a wrestling match in severe jeopardy for insurance reasons. Both developments are making WWE's plans to make SummerSlam this year's WrestleMania a bit more like wishful thinking. Number 8, Jimmy Uso arrested. Jimmy Uso was arrested for a DUI on Monday night while the third hour of Raw was still airing. Officers pulled him over for speeding, where a breathalyzer indicated his blood alcohol levels were in excess of Florida's limit. He was bailed out the following morning, and this is the third such incident Jimmy has been involved in 2019. WrestleVotes have tweeted, high-level people in power are extremely disappointed and legitimately pissed off over the arrest, but it's still unknown how WWE will discipline him, or, as this is being recorded before SmackDown, how it will affect his marquee storyline moving forward. Number 9, Zelina Vega to WWE. After being released by WWE last November, Zelina Vega made her shock shock return on Friday's episode of SmackDown, immediately losing to Liv Morgan in a 2-minute Money in the Bank qualifier match. WWE fired Vega last year because she wouldn't hand over her third-party account. PW Insider has reported, though, that WWE execs apologized to Vega and made her an offer to return. The two made amends and came to a compromise, which appears to have involved her removing her unionization-supporting tweet, which got deleted the very same day. And number 10, Aleister Black debuts for AEW. Mr. Zelina Vega debuted for AEW on Wednesday's Dynamite thanks to a clerical error in WWE. No, seriously, that's 100% true. PW Insider is reporting WWE never updated his contract when he was called up to the main roster in 2019, meaning he was only subject to the NXT 30-day non-compete clause rather than the usual 90 days for Raw and SmackDown talent, letting him black mass his way into another company only 35 days after his release. Whoopsie poopsie. He immediately entered a feud with Cody Rhodes, so expect their rivalry to be based around America very soon. It'll play wonderfully with the focus groups. And those are the biggest wrestling news stories of the week. Share this video around. Remember to subscribe to WrestleTalk for daily wrestling news, and make sure you make WrestleTalk.com your homepage. Jam that jam.